Hey guys, Mulan here and welcome back into my channel. This is the moment you all been waiting for. For this video, it's my very first and maybe only, depending on how it goes, Q&A. So, you guys are asking me some questions on there. The downside is I don't have that much questions as I thought, but it's still worth it. So, I'll be using my old phone to read the questions. I figured it would be best since I'm using my new phone to record this video. Thanks so much for asking these questions, even though some of them have been answered already, but I had to re-answer them. Let's get to it on the questions. Okay, the first question's by MC Hates Animation. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it wrong and all that. The question I ask is, have I ever played Brawl Stars or Roblox? To answer that, no, I haven't played Brawl Stars. I did used to play Roblox. Unfortunately, with the chat thing added and all that stuff, I don't really play much anymore. I usually play like Royal High, Fast and Famous. You know, I think now it's known as Just to Impress. Any type of girl game, I suppose. No, I'm not really into action ones that much. For Brawl Stars, I haven't exactly heard of it much. You know, I heard the name, I just never really play it. Yeah, let's just put it like that. Okay, second question's from Immortal Empire Your King. I'm not sure I got that part correct. Oh my gosh! 5 questions in one? I'm very good to it. Answer them one at a time. I see this person's a fan of my Jane spinoff. The first question they ask me is, how did my Jane spinoff cast celebrate Lake's birthday? And a little note saying that Lake's his favorite character. I actually haven't thought of that yet. It does sound like a good episode idea though. We'll just think of it as maybe right now. It does deserve to be an actual episode. Knowing her, she'll probably get Mariana, Rosa, Sophia, and the Jaden couple, along with their other friends, and to join. I'm actually debating on making Maggie, and due to how well she was in season 2. If I did make her, should I include Kai? The second question he asked me is, what are my favorite sports to play? Well, I did used to be an all-sporty person, but during the pandemic, I kind of lost that. But if I did have to answer that question, I have a few sports I like to play. I play soccer, volleyball, badminton, basketball, softball. I did some swimming and sports on there. No, I didn't complete in a relay. Fun fact, I actually learned to swim since I was 5. Also, I did bowling, but my most favorite of all of them, if I had to choose, would have to be archery. I did it when I was 13, signed up for our archery club, and after years of practice, I've been doing pretty good. Heck, when I went to this camp in 2022 and I did an archery thing, I've been nicknamed Robin Hood, even though I'm a girl. Holy, the third question though. If I ever meet Aiden and James in real life, what would I say? I would say something like I love their content. They're so cute together. I'll probably be fangirling like crazy since I'm a huge Jane fan. But not as huge as some other Jane fans out there. And believe me, this question made me speechless. I don't really know what to say since I never meet anyone famous online before. I'm not sure if that fourth wall break or not due to my channel, but I'm not really that popular. I'm just known as popular plus underrated YouTuber. So I'll just say for now, what I would say to James and Aiden if I ever meet them is, if they're real that is, I would definitely follow them on their social media. Maybe you give them some travel suggestion ideas. And I have no idea. If they are real and they are going to get married, hope I get invited to the wedding. Alright, the fourth question. If I were to compete in Gacha World, what's that? And where would the competition take me? And all that. Well, if I did have to choose, I never heard of Gacha World. Unless it's just another reality show idea I do for my channel. If I did compete in it though, I would just be my real self. I think it will most likely take me to either last person to eliminate on the team phase or first person to eliminate from the merge. Since I'm like a typical sweet girl, it's just a little harder. Also, sorry for the sun shining on there. Well, it is bright, you know, and it's actually perfect for the big occasion. Sorry about that. So I'm not sure how will the competition take me if I do get into Gacha World. If someone else made that, could someone let me know about this since I haven't really heard of it? It's most likely I'll be between eliminating the team phase or the merge. I have no kind of doubt that I'll make myself to the finale. I mean, I'm never ruthless. Okay, final question from that person. What movie in 2026 are you looking forward to seeing? Actually, I'm not really sure yet. But if I did have to choose, I actually look forward to the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I'm a huge Mario gamer, and seeing the movie really amazed me when I saw the Mario movie in 2023. I thought it'd be cool to check out the sequel on there. I would share information I saw in the trailer, but let's not share that yet. I mean, I'm not sure what else I'll be doing with this. So yeah, it's just that I'll be looking forward to. Unless there's more movies later this year, I'll be interested. Okay, Joshua Dunn asked me if I could do a crossover from any movie, show, or video game. What would my collaboration be and why? Ooh, tough one. I never do stuff like this before. Crossover things on there. So I'm not really sure what to do on this. Technically, my show Gotcha Camp Season 1 is a crossover each of my stories. As of right now, let's just say I'm trying to figure something out for that. It'll be a maybe if things go well. Alright, next question. Anita Haman asked me what is my favorite hobby. First off, sorry if I mispronounced it. Second, I'll answer the question. My favorite hobby, other than making gotcha videos, would have to be I like to write, I like to bake, I like to make my bracelets. Unfortunately, I'm not wearing one of them right now, and I had to move them into a bigger bag. I have a lot. And yes, I'm actually a baker. I have an interest in baking and writing. Now I'm after 2 dream careers. I want to see if I can work my way to them. Man, if only I could send you guys a recipe I do. Besides, I just do them just for fun. And right now, that's also why if you guys see the bake sale vlog like I did in 2024, you'll see why I made that. That's an example of what I could do for these. So yeah, I'm just sharing a bit on there. The bracelet making, I've had interest in this since I became a teenager. I mean, people show off their creativity within those. The pattern beads, there's also a video where I show all my bracelets on there, but there might be a little more. I think I might do another one of those in the future for writing, which is actually the reason I became Mulan the Woo. My stories are bringing into life. They do my gotcha videos. It's a little tough now since I'm balancing between my job, writing, and focusing on entertaining you guys. At least it's a lot more better now I'm done college for a while. Okay, Dumbest DC asked me 2 questions. 1, am I a fan of gotcha? Well, of course I am, since I'm a gotcha tuber. But then again, I'm not exactly a big gotcha fan as I used to be. Because when I was younger, and or in this case, between 15 and 16, and before I decided to become a YouTuber, I started watching my own gotcha videos and thought to myself, how am I going to get these to work? I mean, I usually watch stuff like The Hated Child, The Spoiled Brat, The Big Baby, all those cringy gotcha videos. Until I discovered The Music Freaks, made by Rosie Closey. I was so obsessed with that. And I thought to myself, why not give gotcha a try, even though I haven't really know how to do it yet. I took some time and figure stuff out. My other question was, what is your favorite DC ship? Isn't it obvious? I'm a Jaden fangirl, really. I mean, my spinoff will help. But if I did have to choose other ships, it would probably be from season 1. It's between Gab Ellie or Tom Jake. They're pretty cute together, despite Jake's drama in All Stars. In season 4, I actually do have a favorite DC ship, and I'm so glad it became canon. Trenji. I mean, I first thought when I first met Benji on there, I thought he'd be like a typical weird person and that weird to a lot of people out. But the more I got to know him and Tristan due to their vibes, I realized they should be good together, which actually turned out pretty well. Alright, next, Joshua official channel. There's 2 Joshuas on this. Ask me a question. How do I make the characters in gotcha? Well, I basically just do random designs, but if I did have to find inspiration for them, sometimes I just go on Google and search outfit ideas, or use people I know in real life to inspire people. Example, on the designs, one of my character Anna Greystroke actually had part of it is inspired by those girls who wear animal print dresses and all that. I found it online. Well, I'm not sure that picture is still there, it did took me a while to figure out the main thing when I first designed Anna. But after some time, I got to figure out what she is like on there. Designing characters for stories and gotcha videos is a lot harder than it looks, or for some people. That's pretty much what I want to say on this. For let's just say the main answer for this is finding inspiration. Like, use people you know, use some pictures online, or just get creative by using your own style outfits. For example, the shirt I'm wearing right now could be an example of an outfit make. All you have to do is just put a pink jacket, a white shirt, see if you can find some flowers onto it, and hoop earrings, straight hair, all that. All right, Jason Fox asked me, bruh, I already answered this already. How to make gotcha videos. I'll just say some things that are simple. You just set a scene, make sure it's in the proper precision, put down a line you want to say, screenshot, and I don't want to share much of the editing. Besides, a creator doesn't reveal all of her secrets. I think I'm just still the magician still that reveals the secret style. So yeah, if you pay attention to my gotcha videos, you would see how much I improved my animation, even though I deleted my old videos in the past, despite those few bumps. Okay, Jamal, Hills, and Catherine asked me 2 questions. Also, these are good ones. First question they asked me is, what Disney movie do I like? I'm pretty sure I answered this already when I made the 25 question things back in July. But if I had to refresh, I usually go with some of the classics on there, aka those from the 90s to early 2000s. But my most favorite ones on there, I actually revealed 5 Disney princesses. But if I did have to choose one of the 5, my most favorite had to be between Mulan and The Little Mermaid. Their stories are amazing on there. And no, it's just because the Disney Mulan inspired me to become Mulan. There's more to it than that. And the other question is, have I ever watched Total Drama? Yes, I have. I actually have watched Total Drama. I actually watched it during the pandemic, and I started being obsessed with it. I did remember watching it when I was little, but I don't remember much on there. My favorite character on there, I'm adding an additional. It's between Heather, Lindsay from the original, Zoe from Revenge of the Island, and I don't have much favorites from Pocketeau Island. For the reboot, I'm not really sure I have a most favorite there yet. I mean, I enjoy most people on there. Not really on Chase, but still. Okay, and this real Hill fan asked me this question. What is your favorite movie? I actually have 2 favorites, and if you can't tell by this poster in the background, that's one of them. I'll give you guys a better view for it in a bit. But let me tell you. So, my 2 favorite movies are Mean Girls and Grease. I don't know why, but I was obsessed with the Grease 50s style fashion. And man, John Travolta can really act on these. Him, Olivia Newton-John are the best. To me, the best actors from Danny and Sandy. You know, I love the 2016 version too. That's why I'm using those. I actually want to do gotchas in my 2 favorite movies this year, but 1, I'm a little nervous working and stuff like this. 2, I know this will take me longer than usual, but luckily I know how to take my time. As for Mean Girls, I'm trying to figure out why I mostly like this. Maybe it's due to the comedy, the action, or the fact that I get to wear pink on this. Yes, I still do that. The Wednesdays we wear pink rule. I also pay attention to the other plastic rules. No, I'm not a plastic. I think. I'm not really sure. Before I move on to the next question, here's a better view of the poster I have in the background. As you guys can tell, it's the Burn book. All right, I finally have a question for one of my biggest fans. Well, she claims it, I think. Well, I'm not really sure. This fan, Bria Dazzled, asked me a question. If you could travel to any place in the world, where would it be and why? I'm not really sure. I mean, I wish I could travel a lot, but there's always some issues. As in, either trouble with money, or I'm way too busy, or I couldn't figure out where. But believe me, I always wanted to see the whole world. I made a top 5 list on there. I'm gonna have to refresh that for some of you. My top 5 places on there are 2 places in USA, Florida and California. No, it's not just because of Disneyland for California. I have no idea why for Florida. Maybe it's because how nice it is out there due to those beaches. The other places I want to go are New York City. Oh, I miscount U.S. places. I mean, who wouldn't want to see all this in the city? Sure, it's like a urban jungle, but it'd be worth it to see the Statue of Liberty and all that. The other two places I want to go to are Paris and London. London's actually the place of the top 5 places because I don't know why I have the interest in seeing it. Not just because it's the main location in one of my stories. I'm sure some of you hardcore fans know which one I'm talking about. So let's just say I always wanted to travel the whole world, but I never had the chance to. But if I did, I'm definitely going to vlog it. Who knows? Maybe I'll have a chance to actually explore the whole world. Oh, look at that. Bria Dazzle came back with an encore with another question. She asked me this. Earlier this year, I revealed 4 her new stories. She asked me what are the titles of them. As much as I love to reveal it, I don't want to reveal it just yet. Let's just say it's in progress and I need to figure out something. FYI, 2 of the 4 cover stories, I did them before in the old version of my channel, but I was unsure they would go well. That's why I delete those. You know, I made the video. But when I do that story, it needs to be properly detailed. And I had to start over by scratch because I lost those notebooks. Alright, Zekakarius, also known as Zekakarius Blue Fox, asked me this question. What is your favorite food and why? Well, I actually have 2 favorites. For me, I enjoy chips. And no, for those from the UK, I meant actual potato chips, not fries. I pay attention to British vocabulary, by the way. I have no idea which flavor I mostly like, though. My other favorite will have to be apple slices dipped in peanut butter. I actually love the Red Delicious and the Granny Smith apples. A little fun fact, I actually include my favorite snack in one of my stories. I'm sure you guys already seen it. It's hard to choose on certain parts. So let's just say the favorite is a mixture between healthy and unhealthy. Alright, I'm on the second to last question. Since not everyone asked me a lot, Warner Vibes Gaming asked me this question, which is actually a good one because I'm sure most of you are curious about this. What gave you the idea to do the story of the Jungle Girl? Well, let's just say a lot of it came to me on there. While I was trapped inside during the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic, I was unsure what to do. After a few days, I thought to myself, why not write someone who has all the freedom, however she wants? It took me a while to figure out the main thing until I came up with a certain word over the story, shipwreck. That gave me the idea to design in the origin of the main character. You know, she's actually not the first full character I fully designed. The fun fact, on my story, The Jungle Girl, the first actual character I ever designed was Joseph. I mean, I thought to myself, a male quirky scientist, and a girl who has all the freedom to be out here in the wild and do whatever she wants. I mean, I thought to myself, why should men have all the fun on that? Due to those 2 movies I watched recently, on there, I would share them, but I don't want to talk about them right now. Besides, that's getting off topic. After some time, I came up with The Jungle Girl after a few tries. I mean, I thought to myself, a warm tropical climate, talking animals, learning 2 worlds. I know some of you might be complaining it's based on the 1999 Disney film Tarzan, but there's actually a difference. Theirs took place in the 1920s. In my story, it takes place in the 21st century, also known as today. And I actually did something I wish people thought of doing in the story. 4 teenagers actually having fun without technology. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Making them their days an adventure. That's mentioned by Joseph in the second movie. After some time in the first movie, I thought to myself, if I give this a try, will it work? And it did. I mean, it became the most popular story after all this time. 6 years of writing this now. Wow. And I first thought, what caused this on there, since I was trying to solve a mystery. And now it's all solved. The mystery was, what caused the story to be really popular? And I know why now. It's because the more details I add into it, the more I realize it's well written. I gave it a proper love story, like a love at first sight interaction, opposites attract. It's kind of weird that I've never been in a relationship before, but I'm actually good at writing love stories. I don't know why. It did took me a while, and fun fact, when I actually work on it in my film career dream, I actually found what type of voices to look for. You know, the songs I put in that story are for both figuring out where to put the actual songs and just for fun. So no, these won't be included when I actually take those to big work. Original songs have to be on there. And I actually know stuff like this due to my knowledge. So let's just say it took some time. Also, it took me a while for the starring character. She was actually a little harder for me to design than I thought. Alright, now we're on to the final question, set by Ethan Hartley. That question is, what is my favorite color? Well, due to the wall, the poster, and my outfit, I'm sure you guys already have a clue what it is. You know, technically I love all colors of the rainbow, but pink's my most favorite on there. I have no idea why. I've just been hooked to it since I was little. I mean, I never thought watching these girly shows or movies like that would pay off. By the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Barbie's an example on one of them. I actually grew up watching the classic Barbie movies. Favorite is Princess and the Pauper. I better try to do something like that sometime. For everything else, let's just say I prefer things colorful or according to my mom, sparkly. But it's true. I like that. That's just a part of my wardrobe fact. Well, that settles it. I answered the questions. You know, I only have 14 on there. Thanks again for asking those. If you guys have any more questions, please feel free to put them down in the comments, unless we come up with another Q&A in the future. Thanks again for watching.